previous video we saw the problems based on the gaseous laws. In this video we are going to see the difference between the ideal gas and real gas. All the gases not behave as a ideal gas. So what is the difference between ideal gas and real gas we are going to see in this video, and also the derivation of real gas equation also we are going to see in this video.
Our first topic is variation of volume with the temperature at constant pressure. The pressure is constant means it is called as isobar. What is iso means same, bar means pressure. So same pressure, the variation of volume with the temperature is called as isobar curve. Now see the graph. In that graph, x-axis containing temperature, y-axis containing volume. So we get one straight line. The straight line equation is y equal to mx plus c. Y-axis what we are having volume, and x-axis we having temperature T. So the y equal to mx plus c now changed as v equal to mt plus c. Here T is a temperature in degree Celsius and m and c are constant, v is a volume. Now T equal to 0 degree Celsius, the volume becomes we get one volume. That volume is called as V0 volume. Hence that V0 is equal to c. In that line we have one slope, that slope is m, that m value is equal to delta v by delta t. It is a ratio of volume difference divided by temperature difference is called as slope value. Now we substitute these two value in that equation, v equal to mt plus c, we get v equal to delta v by delta t into t plus v0. What is v0 means? It is a constant value at temperature T equal to 0 degree Celsius. And also we have number of moles and pressure also constant value. Now that equation 6.7 is divided by v0. We get another equation 6.8. Now see that 6.8, v divided by v0 is equal to 1 by v0 delta v by delta t into t plus 1. This one is same for the Charles and Gay-Lussac law found that under constant pressure the relative increase in volume per degree increase in temperature is same for all gases. Now this relative increase in volume per degree Celsius is alpha. What is alpha means? Coefficient of thermal expansion, that alpha is equal to 1 by v0 delta v by delta t. So replace that alpha value in 6.8, we get v by v0 is equal to alpha into t plus 1. Substituting that alpha value in 6.8, we get this equation. Now that v0 we cross multiplying, we get equation 6.9, v equal to v0 into alpha t plus 1. The coefficient of thermal expansion is approximately found that Charles is found that 1 divided by 273. It means that at constant pressure for the given mass, for each degree rise in temperature, all gases are expanded by 1 divided by 273 of their volume at 0 degree Celsius. Now just refer the previous figure 6.5, that is previous graph. In that graph, when we extrapolate a straight line, it cut the x-axis at minus 273 degrees Celsius. It is precisely minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. At this temperature, the volume is become as 0. And again that beyond this temperature, that gas would have negative volume. It is not physically possible. So that the temperature is now defined as the absolute 0 by Kelvin. That is called as Kelvin scale. Now we already have Celsius scale. What is the difference between Kelvin scale and Celsius scale means? The 0 portion is shifted in the Celsius scale. We get the Kelvin scale. In absolute 0 means Kelvin scale 0 Kelvin, but in Celsius scale minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. See the tableau column. Freezing point of water in Kelvin scale we get 273.15 Kelvin, but in Celsius scale we have 0 degree Celsius. Boiling point of water in Kelvin scale means 373.15 Kelvin, but in Celsius scale 100 degree Celsius. Here do you know question? 3 question is there. First question, all the passengers in aeroplane cabin have to be artificially pressurized. Do you know why? First of all, the pressure decreases with the increase in altitude. So, the pressure around the aeroplane is very low. This causes the lack of oxygen. So, that lack of oxygen causes the death. So, to reduce the death of the passenger only, the aeroplane cabins are artificially pressurized. The same way, while climbing on mountain, we experience some little pain in our ear. This is because inside the ear and outside the ear we have same pressure only. But when you climbing the mountain, the external pressure is low when compared to the internal pressure is same. So the greater internal pressure makes the eardrum to bulge outward, so that we experience some pain in our ear. So afterward, with the help of yanning, that equalize the internal and outer pressure of the ear, we get the relief from the that pain, ear pain. Another question: underwater, divers are advised not to hold the breath unnecessarily while diving. This is because while diving, the air is compressed due to the water pressure. The same way, while rising up through the water, the same water may expand, so that it creates a fatal pressure over the walls of the lungs, so that they are advised not to hold the breath unnecessarily while driving. Our next topic is difference between ideal gas and real gas. First of all, we see the ideal gas. What is ideal gas? Ideal gas, the individual gas molecule occupy negligible volume when compared to the whole volume of the gas, that is total volume of the gas. The second point is there is no attractive forces between the gaseous molecule. And third one, under all conditions they behave as a ideal gases only. And fourth one, the ideal gas equation we already learned, PV equal to nRT. So ideal gases means there is no attractive forces between the gaseous molecule. And the first point is very important one, the individual gas molecule occupy is negligible volume when compared to the total volume of the gas. But these 2 points is not happen in our real life gases. So real gases means no such a gas as a perfect gas. Ideal gas means perfect gas. So that real gas, the volume of individual gas does not negligible. We have to calculate each and every gas's volume in our calculation. But in the ideal gases, the individual gas volume is never considered. This is the difference between the ideal and real gas. And second point, we already learned that in ideal gas there is no attractive forces between the gaseous molecule. But in real gas, each and every molecule between that there is some attractive forces between the gaseous molecule. Third one, very low pressure. When you reduce the pressure, what happened there? There is a pressure volume relationship is there. Low pressure means high volume. So high volume means the gaseous molecule they separated apart from each other. So attractive forces between the gaseous molecule become less at very low pressure. The same way in very high temperature when you given means the kinetic energy increases, so that the gaseous molecule will run away very fast. So they apart from they between the molecule, the distance between the molecule is very large, so that the attractive forces become very low. At that condition, what condition? Very low pressure and very high temperature, the attractive forces between the gaseous molecule is very low. At that condition only the real gases behave as a ideal gas. Now that fourth the ideal gas equation now changed as a real gas equation. We have to correct the pressure term as well as the volume term. So nearer to P we add A n squared by V squared, and nearer to V we neglect the volume. V minus NB is equal to nRT. Here the A n squared by V squared is a pressure correction and NB is a volume correction. Our next topic is compressibility factor. It is a ratio of PV to nRT is called as compressibility factor. For ideal gas we know the equation PV equal to nRT. that PV and the nRT value become same, so that Z value become as 1. So for Z equal to 1 means it is behave as a ideal gas. Now we are going to plot one graph between Z and P. Z is in the y-axis and P in the x-axis. Here the dotted line indicate that the Z value is 1, so that the dotted line is a ideal gases. Now for all gases at very low pressure at a high temperature, we already learned that the real gases become as a ideal gases at that condition. At very low pressure and high temperature, you see that at low pressure that gases now become as a ideal gases. They approaches the unity value. On seeing the graph you can get an idea about that. So the compressibility factor deviates from unity when the gas deviates from ideal behavior. That is, at high pressure and low temperature they deviate from the ideal behavior. From that graph you have get an idea about that. When the pressure is low between the gaseous molecule, the molecule in a gas are far apart and the attractive forces between the gaseous molecules are become less or sometimes negligible. When you increase the pressure, because of the pressure increases, the density of the gases increases. So molecules now come closer to each other, and the forces between the molecules are now come into force, so that the gas will not behave as a ideal gas. In ideal gas, we say that there is no attractive forces, but in real gases when the pressure increases the molecules are come closer. So when the molecule come closer, there is the attractive between the forces, so there is a intermolecular force between that. So now at high pressure the gases will not behave as a ideal. The same way at high temperature the kinetic energy increases, that is very high, so that intermolecular attraction will become is significant. Insignificant means there is very less between that intermolecular attraction when in high temperature. Now you are going to reduce the temperature. Temperature is reduced means the kinetic energy also will become less, so the molecular attraction between the gaseous molecule now increases. So when the temperature decreases, the real gases never become as a ideal gas. The temperature now boil point or boil temperature definition is the temperature at which real gas obeys the ideal gas law over a appreciable range of pressure is called as boil temperature or boil point. This boil point is varies depends on the nature of the gases. For real gases, we already know that the compressibility factor is greater than 1. The real gas show positive deviation. Below the boil point, above the boil point, it gives the positive deviation. Below the boil point, the real gases show the negative deviation. So it is clear that at low pressure and high temperature, real gases behave as a ideal gases. Now compressibility factor for the real gases. We already know about that. The compressibility factor is PV divided by nRT. For real gases means the volume alone we are going to change. So V real in the equation 6.17. For ideal gases, the nRT divided by P. Now you substitute the 6.18 into 6.17, we get the compressibility factor V real divided by V ideal. What is V real means? It is the molar volume of real gas. V ideal means molar volume of ideal gas. Now you come to know that all the gases not ideal gases. In real life we have real gas, that real gas having some difference between that ideal gases. Here Van der Waals equation we are going to learn. In this equation the pressure correction is going to be taken in the ideal gas equation, and also in volume also we have to go into some correction in that ideal gas equation, that is called as real gas equation. In pressure correction, first of all we learned what is pressure in definition. As per the definition, what is pressure? pressure is the directly proportional to the force created by the gaseous molecule when the gaseous molecule is hit on the walls on the container. So now see the diagram. In that diagram, the B is inside the container, one molecule. That molecule approaches the wall, but when it going to be hit, before that the neighboring molecules also give the attraction force on the gaseous molecule, so that the speed of the molecule is reduced by that attractive forces by the neighboring molecule. Now the measured gas pressure is lower than the ideal pressure of the gases, so that Van der Waals introduced some correction in the pressure. So Van der Waals found that the forces of attraction of the molecule nearer the wall is directly proportional to the square of the density of the gases. So P dash directly proportional to rho squared. What is P dash means? Pressure correction. What is rho means? That P inverted, that is some slanting P. That slanting P is density of the gas. Now rho is equal to, what is rho means? Density of the gas. Rho is equal to N by V. N means number of moles and V is the volume of the container. Now substitute the rho value in the P dash. We get P dash directly proportional to N squared by V squared. The directly is now changed as a constant value A. What is A means? Here the proportionality constant, and another word is it is a Van der Waals constant. Now the pressure of the ideal gas, we are going to add one more term, P dash, that is called as pressure correction in the pressure. So P plus A N squared by V squared. This is the ideal gas. Now we are changing that pressure of the ideal is equal to pressure plus A N squared by V squared. Then unit of A. A means what? Van der Waals constant. We are going to find out the unit of that constant. We already know from the equation P dash equal to A into N squared by V squared. We have to find out the constant for A, so that I interchange the other value, P dash V squared by N squared. P dash means pressure, so pressure atmosphere. Value means liter, so liter squared. And N means number of moles, so mole squared. So what is the unit of A means? Atmosphere, L squared by mole squared. It is important one word question. Now we are going to correct the volume of the individual gases. The individual gases occupy a certain volume when compared to the volume of the container, but the actual volume is less than the volume of the container. So that the Van der Waals introduce a correction factor in the volume term. You now see the diagram. That blue color, dark blue color is two sphere. The two sphere indicated the two gaseous molecule touching with each other. That space never occupied by another gaseous molecule, so it is called as excluded volume. Now first of all we have to find out the excluded volume. It is indicated in dotted sphere. In that dotted sphere the another gas molecule never occupy. First of all we have to find out that excluded volume. So excluded volume for, now we are going to find out two molecules, because two molecules are touching with each other. Volume means volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now we are considering the dotted biggest sphere. In the biggest sphere, what is the R value? That is adding two gaseous molecules, so that the 2R we are getting. So you have to put the R value here, 2R in the excluded volume. So 4 by 3 pi 2R whole cube. So 2 into 2 into 2, so 8 we are getting. So 8 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. That 4 by 3 pi r cube, you are seeing that it is a volume of single molecule. So Vm. Now it is excluded volume for two molecules. We are first of all we calculated, but we need for excluded volume of single molecule. So that we are dividing by 2, we get 4 Vm. Now we need for excluded volume for n molecule means just you multiply n into 4 Vm. That 4 Vm now changed as B. What is B means? Here Van der Waals constant. So now we are including another volume correction is V dash. V dash is equal to NB. Now the volume is neglected because in between the gaseous molecule never another gaseous molecule is occupied, so that we have to minus that excluded volume. So the ideal V ideal is equal to V minus NB. Now the B is van der Waals constant. We have to find out the unit for this B. I indicated in brown color. Unit of B is equal to, from the equation, what is the B value we are getting? B is equal to interchanging V and N. So we get V by N. What is V means? Unit of V is liter and unit of N is mole. So unit of B is liter by mole. Now in volume, ideal is equal to V minus NB. Now we what is the ideal gas equation? PV equal to nRT. In that P correction is, we already pressure correction we already saw. In that pressure correction, P plus A n squared by V squared we are going to put, and volume correction V minus NB we are going to put in the ideal gas equation. We get the real gas equation, P plus A n squared by V squared into V minus NB equal to nRT. The equation 6.22 is called as van der Waals equation, or otherwise real gas equation.